the Divine Feminine Podcast, where I am your host, Priestess Haneera Abunu. Here I support women in learning and applying the Divine Feminine principles into their lives. We talk about lifestyle, family, culture, and spirituality, all from a traditional African perspective. Welcome to the safe space.
Alafia family, welcome to the Divine Feminine Podcast. This is long-awaited episode 68, right? It's been a year and a half. I've been on hiatus. Those of you who are a part of the community know I ain't been nowhere. We've been in step with each other on Patreon and WhatsApp. But those of you who just listen to us on the cloud, on Spotify and things like that, you may be wondering, where has she been? Where did you disappear to? Did you just leave us hanging? Oh my God, Priestess Haneera, how dare you leave the people hanging? Well, let me just say this to you, beloved. This is my real life. It's not on me, it's in me. My feet are entrenched in the soil, in the pavement of helping people. And as you can tell from that last message, that last podcast, a lot has been happening. Right? And I know some of you are like, okay, but when we gonna get back to human condition? When we gonna get back to spiritual connection? Because in episode 66, that's where we were, right? We were going through the steps of purity and going through the Heal the Healer series. And I think we need that now more than ever. So we're gonna get back to that. But I have to touch on how things have been and catch you guys up, of course. So this episode will kind of be a catch-up episode, although we may get into some teaching along the lines, but you know me, I don't move unless spirit moved me. So yes, the last episode was about a year and a half ago, and since then we have been helping children, helping mothers, helping women reconnect in a very real way. When I tell you I'm so grateful for my stone that I got from the great mother Harriet Tubman from her estate, and I call on her so often in this work. It's like, freeing people's minds, repatriating them. She moved them from the south to the north. I'm moving them from America to Africa. And before you can do that, you really have to attack the psychology of the mind. You really have to attack all aspects of a person in order for them to be ready. There's a lot of unconditioning that has to happen. There's a lot of unlearning that has to happen. There's a lot of support that they're going to need because their family doesn't understand, right? You become family because the family that you were born into, they just don't understand. They just don't. That's just the way it is. And so doing this work is real. It's very real. And it just got real for me the last year and a half, y'all. It just got real for me the last year and a half, you know. And but I'm no different than you, you know. You're a healer in your own right. You have your modalities, and I'm sure it's been real for you the last year and a half as well. You know, it's the one last piece of fight that this energy, this old system has. And they gave us the last two piece. Boom, boom, you know. But let me tell you, here on out, we winning. Here on out, we are winning. Do you understand me? The last year and a half, I've had to help women uncover themselves, you know, and just fight. My fight has been against, it's more than oppression. It's more than oppression. I realize my fight is against the abuser. How to maneuver around the abuser, right? And you can say this system is an abuser. You can say, you know, your spouse is an abuser. There's so many, you know, labels that we can put on so much. But I'm realizing my revolution and my rebellion is against those who try to oppress the people, specifically the women. So at every call, at every back, that's where I am. And you guys are like, why is she always got the women with her? Yeah, because the women need to be rescued, you know. And maybe, you know, that's the healer in me, because no one ever rescued me. You know, all the things I've been through in my life, I just had to go through it. There was no warning, there was no preparation, and there was never any defense. Yeah. Right? Confessions of a First Daughter. So for me, I'm always going to protect, because that was my longing for protection. For sure. Yeah. So I'm always going to speak out against these men who want to abuse their wives and think that it's okay. You know? And that's many of you. And they're going to come for me for this, but you know what? You already came, and you didn't have to turn around and go. And if you want to come back for more, then I got more for you. You know, it's like for these men who want to stifle women in their evolution and spiritual journey, have you not learned that you will be punished? Have you not learned? Right? Have you not learned that you need to be a supporting member? A supporting member in our cast, right? Or get out the way. Just leave us alone, because it's inevitable. It's inevitable for that woman to rise up. You can't keep your foot on her neck. She's favorable to the earth more so than you at this point. Do you understand me? So you can't keep her stifled. Just back up. Just get away from her. You know, you have no place in her life, taking her money For how long was she there to support your dream that never happened? How long was she there to support you in your countless missions that never came to fruition? She made you a better X, Y, and Z. And now, let her focus on herself. Let her be great. Let her heal and be great for herself. And so that's what I've been doing this last year and a half. I've been helping women heal and fighting those men, fighting those powers that want to keep her stifled, helping her maneuver and rebuild her life. Three, 4 women, that's a lot. And their families, that's a lot. But you know what? It's necessary. And to see those women standing tall, brighter, to see those women stronger, to see them rebuilding their lives and having their confidence back. And to do all this in the middle of a great migration is amazing, right? To do all this in a great migration, returning to Africa is amazing. Because you add to that nature's principles. You add to that reclaiming your identity. When you're reclaiming your identity and you really realize who you are, you realize that man you were with had no place in your life anyway. You realize, I should have never been giving my money to this man. I should have never been supporting this man. I should have never gave wifely duties to a man who wasn't ready. And here are the things I need to do for myself now. Now is the time for me to be selfish. Now is the time for me to be self-centered, to be, some would say, an egoist, focused on getting myself together. Yeah. So the women now are getting themselves together because a lot of them have children. And you know, in episode 67, I went off about the leadership and how you deal with the children. And little did I know life was going to have me experience how that leadership dealt with the women as well and the children. So I just kept going deeper and deeper into my destiny. I thought the experiences of 67 were just isolated and ended up being the tip of the iceberg. We went deeper. We went deeper into dealing with more leadership, with more superpowers, with more men who had abused the power over their families, the women and the children, in a very corrupt way. And you know, you have to be very grounded and very rooted when you're dealing with certain levels of evil. For one, you gotta make sure that evil don't come in you, because it's quick. First thing that wants to pop up in your mind is eye for an eye. That's the first thing, but you can't do that. No. Even in this journey, I've learned that for most people, I will be, and the truth could be for you as well, you will be the only time people interact with traditions. Meaning they don't understand what ATR is, African traditional religion. They don't understand what it is, nor do they care. Right? For all they know, it's demonic. For all they know, we're going to hell. For all they know, we are. What do they like to call us? They like to call us slurs, the W word, right? They don't understand what traditions is, and you are the example. Meaning that when they interact with you, they need to see something different. They need to see something different than the rules and the game that they play. You have to play by your rules, not by theirs. And in playing in my rules, I can't do an eye for an eye. That's not my rule book. Right? Nor is living by fear in my rule book. Right? So it becomes this balance of focusing on self, building yourself, building the women, but also in a isolation that's not from fear, but in a place of protection while transforming. Much like a worm that builds the cocoon because they know they're about to transform it to a butterfly, right? Has nothing to do with fear. The isolation, the pulling back has nothing to do with that. What it has to do is I need to protect myself. I need to pull back. I need to not be seen so that I can shed and transform. And so that's what these women have been doing. And they are off on their merry way, living their best lives, and I'm happy for them. And so here I am, now picking up the fight, picking up the mic, the podcast mic, because we are about to encounter a whole new beast called 2026. This upcoming year, I have to prepare you guys for. And that preparation has cause for me to come out of hiding. Not even hiding. It's cause for me to come back to teach, to keep you ready. Because as healers, as spiritualists, as intuits, you need to keep forging in your craft. There's a lot happening right now. This year is the transformation year. So let's get into it. Let's talk about what is to come for this next year. Okay, so let's get into it, right? Let's talk about the divination for the year, right? This is from the Voodoo temples in West Africa, Benin. And this reading is for the diaspora, meaning it's children, African American children around the world, but specifically in America, the African Americans in America. When I say diaspora, that's what I mean in this instance. Okay, this reading is for those people, right? For my people, for me. Alright. So if you identify as a melanated person of African descent, all of that is the same thing. And you are a descendant of the transatlantic slave trade, this reading was done for you. This is for us. Okay. The reading starts out, and I'm not going to go into all of it. Let me just say that, right? Because the podcast is only 30 minutes long and we got about 10 minutes left. What I'll do is give you guys some highlights and then you can get the rest on Patreon. Okay. I'll go into, or have already gone into detail. I did 2 long classes, 2 videos on the podcast. Not on the podcast, on the Patreon. So you guys can go on Patreon and get the line by line Odu reading of the Odu for the reading for the year. Okay, but what I'll do is give you guys some highlights, give you something to gnaw on, right? Number one thing you should know is that it's saying for this year, the governing bodies are earth and water. Okay, the elements governing this year, earth and water, but not just earth and water followed by the Jumo energy, which is the energy for the twins or the ho-ho. So what does that signify? That means that everything is double. Double the earth, double the spirituality. Okay. So that means what? That means a whole lot will go in a little deeper. Okay. The reading starts by saying ancestors are tired of us. Not of us. Our ancestral line has been cut. And they're tired of being so far away from traditions. The line has been cut from ancestors' traditions, ancestral values, and ancestral ways. And now is the time for us to return to the ways of nature and to the ways of those values. Now, you guys know on this podcast, I've been talking about this for years, okay? But what they're saying is the way for you to navigate this time, that's the key. You can't use a colonial mindset. You can't use a Western paradigm to unlock the mastery of this year. To master This year, you must use a traditional mindset. You must take a natural mindset. Okay? This year also talks about ancestors rising up to fight. This year talks about ancestors that are in our blood, in our veins. They are tired of sitting back. They are tired of watching all that has been happening. And this is their year to fight. It's the blood that's going to stand up and fight this year. They can't allow any more to happen. Too much has happened. Right? And some of you, don't know what that means. Some of y'all don't know what that means. That means it's time. There's going to be war. There's going to be fighting. There's going to be rebellion. And it's because the ancestors are tired. It's the ancestors in the blood that are activating. And then right after this old dude, the Divine Mother herself comes in and says, I can't let my children go to fight and not cover them. I can't let my children go to fight this war and not protect them. So now you have the Naye, which in Yoruba tradition is the Egungun, standing with the children. So now you have the women. This is a unite, and let me be clear, because some of y'all still don't understand how I roll. When I say women, I'm talking about those of you who were born with a uterus. Period. I don't care if you wear baggy jeans and a high top fade. If you were born with a uterus, this is you and your ancestors. Who it's not is anyone who was born with a scrotum who now dresses in a dress. That's not who this is talking. The women, the divine feminine energy, the Naye, the mothers, okay, are standing with the children. So this year, the mother energy is very powerful. The mother energy is very powerful because the mother energy is coming to cover and protect the children that are out there to fight. So, what does that mean for you as a spiritualist? Number one, any family disputes, you need to let them go. No issues with the mother, no issues with your mother. Okay? Number two, if you are a woman and you've had children, meaning you are a woman, meaning you are a mother, excuse me. Your words are powerful this year. More so than ever, pray for your family. Pray protection over those children. Pray protection over your spouse. Pray protection over your siblings. Pray protection over the family. your cousins, your nieces, your nephews. This is going to be one of them years for Black folk. We can already see it. We in October, and they done already started lynching us, hanging us on the college campuses. They done already started poisoning the food supply. Oh yeah, that's in the reading too. This year you're going to have to stay grounded in principles. One of the number one spiritual principles we have is the fast. You're gonna have to live by that this year, because every piece of food is contaminated. What you gonna eat? Everything is full. Even the water has E. coli in it. Even the water ain't good. You better go to nature. Start boiling your own water. Get a water source in that backyard. Okay? Come on now. Okay, we're over time. There's so much more I need to tell you. Not to trust the government and the politicians. Let me just say, for the sake of this recording, don't trust them 100%. Yeah, which you shouldn't trust nobody 100%, but the old dude talks about it this year specifically. There's more. We definitely have to go into ourselves more. And when I say go more into ourselves, I'm meaning this is going to be a transformative year. The person you're starting out as today is not going to be who you are in 12 months from now. You need to understand that. You need to know the next 12 months are going to be the fire. And you're like, man, Nianu, the last 12 months has been fire. Well, guess what? This year's double. Juma. Some people don't like to hear that. You know? Which, you know, for those of you who don't like to hear that, this part isn't for you. Fast forward this recording for maybe like 30 seconds. I'm talking to the realists. I'm talking to the strong ones. I'm talking to the ones who have had to fight and have endured their whole lives and who would rather face danger than have it sneak up on them from behind. I'm telling you, it's a hard year. And why is that important? So you can buckle down. So you know how to prepare yourself. So you know to start conditioning now. Yeah. But know it's going to be transformative. So the benefits at the end will be glorious. But we don't see it as that. You know, when you're trying to lose 100 pounds, you don't see that as glorious. That day-to-day work is tedious. You're hungry. Your stomach is growling. You're tired. Your muscles hurt. You don't feel like it. You want to cheat. It's struggle. Be a friend of struggle. It will transform you. This year is a year of transformation. Understand that. So there's so much going on in just one period. Okay? Again, there's so much more I need to tell you, but there's just not time in this podcast. But just with this little bit that I did share, and again, it was just a little bit. I didn't even go deep into the reading, right? But just from what I did share, you guys can see why we had to bring the podcast back. why it's time to start speaking to the people, educating the people in this platform or in this manner again. Yeah, it's necessary. All right. Well, I'm going to sign off for now. It's been another good episode of the Divine Feminine Podcast. We'll meet here again next time. Be well.
To schedule a spiritual reading, life coaching session, or to order herbs and tonics, please visit our website, divinefeminine.net. If you are in search of a spiritual guide and or mentor, or if you just want to join our Divine Feminine network, email me at divinefeminine.podcast@gmail.com. Thank you for listening to the Divine Feminine Podcast. Be sure to subscribe, share, and join in on the conversation on social media. Find us on all social media outlets at Haneera Abunu.